What is it about dangerous places that makes us want to visit them, even when they could take our lives? All around the world, there are landscapes so beautiful that they almost look too perfect to be real. But hidden beneath that incredible beauty are dangers that remain silent until it is too late. A cliff does not have to give any warning before it suddenly breaks apart. A river with crystal clear water can hide a powerful current strong enough to drag a person beneath the surface. A road built along the edge of a cliff can turn an ordinary journey into a terrifying experience, where even the smallest mistake could end in disaster. In places like these, nature shows no sympathy. It is this constant battle between our desire to explore and our instinct to survive that makes these places so fascinating and dangerously irresistible. Would you have the courage to ride a mountain bike down a narrow slope, where only a few inches separate your tires from a deadly drop? In Italy's Dolomites, some mountain bikers willingly take on extremely narrow trails that cling to the sides of towering cliffs, where just one small mistake can cause them to lose control. Many parts of these routes pass through Via Ferrata paths, which were originally built for climbers, featuring loose rocks, uneven ground, and almost no space to recover if something goes wrong. When high speed, great altitude, and powerful winds come together, every single turn becomes a true test of skill, balance, and concentration. But the challenge is not limited to riding downhill, because before the descent even begins, riders must carry their bikes across steep and demanding climbing sections. If you were standing there, would you be calm enough to guide your bike along a trail that runs this close to the edge? Deep in the remote wilderness of Chilean Patagonia, the Futaleufú River is far from a place for the faint-hearted. Welcome to Lumen, the deadly lighthouse where nature always seems ready to swallow even the boldest people. During storm season, Lumen is struck by giant waves ranging from 65 to 100 feet high, crashing directly into the tower with terrifying force. The waves hit with such incredible power that, even though the lighthouse was built from massive solid stone blocks, people who once stayed there said the entire structure still shook after every impact. When a powerful storm arrives, the lighthouse can almost become a prison surrounded by the sea, leaving those inside completely isolated for days or even weeks. Even in the event of danger or illness, no rescue team can easily reach them until the sea finally becomes calm again. Do not think of this as an ordinary adventure, because the journey to Everest begins with weeks of preparation and travel through a harsh frozen environment. From the very beginning, climbers must carry dozens of pounds of survival gear, specialized clothing, and oxygen supplies to stay alive at high altitude. Once they reach the ice zone, they have to cross constantly shifting ice blocks and deep crevasses by using metal ladders that are temporarily placed across the frozen surface. Some parts of the route are so dangerous that climbers move extremely slowly or even crawl across each rung to keep from losing their balance. Higher up the mountain, they must also camp on steep slopes where nighttime temperatures can drop from -40 to -76 degrees Fahrenheit. This long series of challenges has resulted in more than 300 deaths on Everest, and many bodies still remain there because bringing them back down is almost impossible. Conquering Gervasudi Bivouac in the Alps has never been an easy challenge. To reach this shelter, climbers must make their way across vertical rock walls and crevasse-filled glaciers packed with danger. Some of the most dangerous parts of the trail are the narrow, steep, and fully exposed metal stairways that are fixed directly into nearly vertical rock walls. Above 5,900 feet, the landscape surrounding the trail is covered with towering volcanic cliffs and sharp ridgelines. When thick fog rolls in, the valleys below completely disappear from view, giving visitors the feeling of walking above a floating sea of clouds. When visiting Dangia Mountain, it is not your physical strength that matters most, but the courage to take on the vertical iron chain ladders stretching high into the blue sky. The most frightening part is the extreme steepness of the ladders, with angles ranging from 80 to 90 degrees, causing the person climbing behind to almost press their face against the heels of the person climbing in front of them. The danger reaches its highest level because this route has no safety harnesses or protective equipment of any kind. When the cliff surface becomes wet, it turns extremely slippery, forcing the management to close the route during bad weather to prevent accidents. One of the most haunting sights during crowded holiday periods is seeing dozens of tourists stranded and hanging from the chain halfway up the cliff. Despite all of these dangers, local porters continue to carry dozens of pounds of goods as they climb to the mountain peak every single day. Welcome to Hukou Waterfall, where the mighty Yellow River is suddenly squeezed through a narrow rock channel and transformed into one of the most powerful waterfalls in China. As an enormous volume of water crashes into the canyon walls with tremendous force, the muddy golden torrent bursts into thick clouds of mist, carrying sediment across the surrounding shoreline. This leaves the pathways around the waterfall constantly wet and slippery, while standing close to the edge to watch the churning water below always comes with real danger. The thunderous roar of the falling water sounds like tens of thousands of horses charging at once, powerful enough to make nearby visitors lose their sense of direction in the heavy mist and deafening noise. Even so, many visitors still gather near the slippery edge to take photos, standing only a few steps away from one of the fiercest rivers in China. Experience one of the most overcrowded train journeys in the world, where thousands of people fill every available space during the major pilgrimage season. From a distance, the train almost disappears beneath a sea of passengers covering the roof, the doorways, and the outer sides of the carriages. Although the train is built to carry about 1,000 passengers, the actual number during peak periods can rise to several times that capacity. With very little space inside, many travelers cling to the sides, stand in extremely narrow areas, or spend the entire journey sitting on the roof. Large tree branches, roadside signs, low bridges, and overhead high-voltage power lines create serious dangers for those riding outside the train. Even with railway staff and security personnel on duty, the sheer size of the crowds makes it extremely difficult to keep the overcrowding under control. Suspended about 2,300 feet above the valley with no safety railings, Trolltunga is one of the most dramatic and dangerous cliffs in Norway. This rock ledge was created after the Ice Age. When massive glaciers slowly carved away the mountain and left a deep valley beneath it. Its open edge above the enormous drop has transformed it into an extreme photo destination, where many visitors sit near the edge, hang over the rock, or pose on the slippery surface. To reach Trolltunga, visitors must complete a round-trip hike of around 17 miles through steep landscapes and rapidly changing weather conditions.